Build an aquarium from scratch. Here are the directions for making a 10-gallon aquarium from scratch. You will first need to decide which type of aquarium you want to build before setting down to put the aquarium together. The two main types of materials that you need to decide which you want to use are glass or acrylic. There are pluses and negatives to either one of these choices. It will ultimately depend on which one you would rather put together or which materials you have access to when building your aquarium from scratch. The glass is much more durable and will not scratch as easily as the acrylic would. However, the acrylic will not crack as the glass would or could. These are just some ideas to think of when deciding which aquarium you want to use. You will first want to measure the acrylic and then have it cut to the size that you want the tank to be. Next, you will want to have some pieces of wood such as a 1/2 inch x the size of the tank you are designing to make the tank sturdier. You will need to have 4 pieces of wood to go around the bottom of the tank and screw into place, and then place the acrylic inside and glue the seams with a seam sealer to hold the tank in place and seal it. You will need to attach all 4 sides and then seal the bottom all the way around to hold it in place. Once all the seams and the bottom have been sealed, you will then need to allow the tank a minimum of 24 hours to dry and allow the seam to hold. Once it has dried long enough for you, you will need to have some water poured into the tank. Once you see if the tank leaks or not, you may have to place another round of seam sealer onto the seams. Once it has been done and there are no leaks, you can then add another set of wood panels to the top portion of the aquarium. Once you have added all the wood panels to the aquarium, you can then add some paint to the aquarium wood panels. You will want to make sure that if you get some paint on the glass or acrylic that you wipe the paint off from the glass. If the paint does dry, then you can use a small razor and gently remove the paint, and be careful not to scratch the glass. Once the paint is dry, you will be able to fill the tank with stones and decorations and fish. That is how to build an aquarium from scratch.